Hello everyone and welcome to Franklin, Texas here at Franklin Lyon ISD Gym. Getting ready for the regional quarterfinal matchup between the Leon Lady Cougars and the Academy Lady Bees. Winner of tonight's game will head on to the Region 3 tournament over in Longview this Friday and Saturday. Lady Cougars coming in with a 36-6 overall mark. They've been here many times, folks, and expected or have many trips to the state tournament, regional tournament and state tournament as well. Lady Cougars losing out in the state tournament last year to Peaster in the first round, but going to try to get back there again this year. Warming up on the floor right now, we'll go ahead and give you the starters and the rosters for both these teams in just a minute, but first, let's hear a word from one of our sponsors. Stay with us. We'll be back in 1 minute. Welcome back to Lion Gym here in Franklin, Texas. Getting ready for the 3A regional quarterfinal matchup between the Leon Lady Cougars and the Academy Lady Bees. I am Tommy Davis. Introductions, what we're doing right now. We'll begin with the Academy Lady Bees. Their starters, number 1, Kennedy White. Number 2, Lily Stewart. Number 3, Kyla Holsey. Number 5, Katie Sermon. Number 11, Aubrey Fawcett. Number 12, Micah Jeter. And number 14, Kinley Phillips. The rest of the Academy Lady Bees roster. Number 4, Desi Bolin. Number 6, Kinley Yepma. Number 7, Gracie Bunnell. Number 10, Pacey Crow. And number 16, Savannah Vansa. And your starters for the Leon Lady Cougars. Once again, Leon coming in with 36-6 overall record. Number 1, Caroline Richmond. Number 4, Allie Purvis. Number 5, Katie Honeycutt. Number 10, Sarah Grace Mary. Number 13, Rosemary Rivera. And number 15, Jordan Robinson. The libero tonight for Leon is number 3, Raylyn Tice. The rest of the Leon Lady Cougar lineup: number 2, Sarah Raines. Number 11, Maddie Thomas. Number 12, Cassidy Cravey. Number 9, Cameron Davidson. Number 16, Lori Purvis. And number 24, Andrea Siha. That's your lineup, your starters and roster for the Leon Lady Cougars. Tell you a little bit about how they got here. Leon defeating Blooming Grove in the first round, in the bi-district round, 25-6, 25-9, 25-11. Then defeating Troy in round 2 in 4, 25-13, 22-25, 25-7, and 25-14. Little River Academy finishing up second in District 20. They defeated Whitney in the bi-district round in 4 games, 25-17, 25-18, 21-25, and 25-14. And then defeating Grandview in 4 in the area round, 22-25, 25-19, 25-17, and 26-24 there in Game 4. Little River Academy finishing second to Rogers in District 20. Rogers losing out to Maypearl in the area round. Maypearl taking on West here in the regional quarterfinal matchup. Leon and Little River Academy in the bottom half of the bracket. They are down there with Central Heights and Wallace Brazos. Those two teams playing tonight as well. Just about ready to get this regional quarterfinal underway here with Leon and Academy. Both teams shaking hands underneath the net. Once again, Leon 36-6, ranked number 4 in 3A. Academy coming in unranked, but they've had a pretty good run so far. Other teams in Region 3 with rankings: Hardin at number 8 and West breaking the top 10 this week. Hardin taking on East Chambers here in the regional quarterfinal round. That's going to be a great game there. And West once again taking on Maypearl tonight. The Lady Cougars and the Lady Bees just about ready to go here. And I believe Academy will serve first. as we await the volleyball to come out on the floor. Referee checking the lineups on the floor. Lady Cougars in the black jerseys with the blue outline. And the Lady Bees with the white jerseys and the black letters. Academy will begin serving. Lily Stewart will begin with the volleyball. Stewart from the right side. The running jump serve comes up on the net, floats it across. Picked up on the back line there by Rivera. They push it up front row. Honeycutt spikes it across. It's down. And Leon takes the first point. 1-0 your score. And Sarah Grace Mary will begin serving for the Lady Cougars. Mary starts from behind the line, comes up, the running jump serve, brings it across. Picked up there by Stewart. Miss hits it, they'll bring it back up to the line and spike it to the back line. Rivera brings it back up top. Robinson sets far side. Honeycutt dinks this one over. Academy picks it up. They'll bring it back up front and push it across to the back line. Rivera brings it back up top. They'll set it to Honeycutt. Far side, she'll dink it over. Spike right back down by Academy. And the Lady Bees get the point. They tie it up at 1 apiece. Just a little floater there by Honeycutt that cleared the net, and Academy right there to push it right back down. One serving, one the score. Micah Jeter back for the Lady Bees. From the left side, we'll bring it across. Picked up by Mary. They'll spike it to Honeycutt, spikes it across, but it goes just a little too far and out of bounds. Academy takes their first lead here in game one. 2 serving, 1. Jeter has the whistle. Comes up on the line. Brings it across. They'll set far side over to Richmond. She'll spike it into the net. And Academy takes an early 3-1 lead. Jeter about ready to serve her third time here. She'll carry it over. Rivera back up top. Robinson sets far side. Honeycutt spikes it across. It's in. Honeycutt went down the line, or went cross court with that one down the net and got it to fall. 2 serving, 3 now. Lady Cougars full within 1. Raylyn Tice, the libero, going back for the Lady Cougars. Tice serves from the middle of the floor. Brings it to the back line. Picked up there by Holsey. They'll set backside, dinked across. Picked up nicely by Mary. They'll set Honeycutt, spikes it across, off the block and down. And Leon ties it up at 3 apiece. 3 serving, 3 here in game 1. We'll get you some other regional quarterfinal scores in 2A here in just a minute. Tice ready to go once again for Leon. Carries it to the back corner. Picked up there. They'll bring it back up into the net and push it back across. Now they're going to say it hit the pole and out of bounds. So Leon with the point. They go up 4-3. North Zolch leading Centerville 2-0 right now in their best 3 out of 5. Give you those scores in just a minute. Tice ready to go. Floats it over. Picked up there by Stewart. They'll set far side. They'll bring it to the back line. Picked up by Robinson. Back up to the middle. Mary will spike it across. Picked up on the back line by Academy. They'll bring it near side. Spikes it across. There is Robinson again. They'll set far side. Honeycutt spikes it across off of Academy. They're trying to save it, but they can't bring it back across on 3 as it goes in to the seats. And Leon goes up 5-3 here in game 1. North Zolch leading Centerville won the first one 25-22 and the second one 27-25. Tice with the serve. Picked up by White. They'll bring it back up on the line. They'll set back to White. She'll spike it. Partially blocked by Leon. They'll dig it out, bring it back up top. Sets near side. Rivera. She'll spike it. She's blocked at the net. Dug out there by Robinson. They'll bring it back up to Honeycutt. She'll dink it across. Picked up on the near side there by White. They'll bring it back to her. She'll spike it across. There's Honeycutt again to pick it up. They'll set back to Honeycutt. Spikes it to the back. Partially blocked there by Fawcett. Academy brings it back to Stewart. She'll spike it to the back line. Picked up by Tice. They'll set Rivera near side. She'll push it to the back line once again. Stewart brings it back up top over to Sermon. They'll set near side. White dinks it over. Picked up there by Robinson. They'll set Honeycutt far side. She'll spike it across. Academy brings it back up the line near side, and they're going to call a double hit on Academy, I believe is what the call was. And Leon will get the point. 6 serving 3 now. Lady Cougars with the lead here in game 1. Raylyn Tice still serving for Leon. Tice carries it to the far corner. They let it go. It hits off of Halsey. and out of bounds. So an ace for Tice. 7 serving 3 now the score. Raylyn Tice carries it near side. White brings it back up on the line. They'll set over to Fawcett. She'll spike it into the net. And Leon with the point. 8 serving 3 now the score. Raylyn Tice ready to go again. Carries it across. Halsey brings it back up on the line to Sermon. They'll set far side. Spiked across by White. Off of Rivera, and it goes down. White went cross court that time. Rivera got a hand on it, but couldn't bring it back up high enough to have a second hit. Academy first 4 serving 8 now. As Phillips brings it back over. They'll set Richmond. Or Richmond brings it back up, sets the Honeycutt, and they're going to call net, I believe. Somebody went underneath the net on Academy. So Leon will have the point. 9 serving 4 now. Katie Honeycutt serving for the Lady Cougars. Honeycutt, the running jump serve, picked up by Phillips. They'll set far side. White spikes it off the block and out of bounds. So Academy will get the point. Honeycutt was there, got a hand on it. 5 serving 9 now. White with the serve. Rivera brings it back up to Honeycutt. They'll set back to Rivera, far side, spikes it cross court, it's in. Rosemary Rivera with the kill. Leon goes up 10-5. And Caroline Richmond back to serve for the Lady Cougars. Richmond from the middle, the running jump serve comes across. White brings it back up on the line. They'll set near side. Stewart spikes it across. They let it go. It hits the back line. And Academy with the point. 6 serving 4. Lady Bees pull back within 4 here in game 1. Aubrey Fawcett back to serve for Academy. Fawcett from the middle floats this one over. Rivera brings it back up top. They'll set far side. Mary pushes it over. Academy picks it up. They'll set to Stewart near side. She'll spike it. Blocked at the net by Leon. Goes back over and down. Double block there by Lady Cougars that floated to the back line and fell in. Leon up 11 serving 6 now. And Rivera back to serve for the Lady Cougars. Rosemary Rivera brings it over. Picked up there by White. They'll bring it back up on the far side. Spiked across. Blocked at the net by Leon. Comes back over on the Academy side. Leon with the point. 11 serving 7. Or they get the score mixed up on that one? Nope, they gave it to the Academy. I'm sorry. Rivera brings the serve back up top. They'll set far side Purvis. She'll dink this one across. Picked up there by Sermon. Back up on the line. They'll spike it back over. Blocked at the net by Leon. It goes down on the Academy side. Thought the referee had given that last point to Leon, but we didn't see it just right. That last point went to the Academy. Leon gets this point. 12 serving 7 now the score. Jordan Robinson back to serve for the Lady Cougars. Robinson from the middle. Floats it near side. They let it go. It's out of bounds. Academy with the point. 8 serving 12. Now the score. Lady B is pulled back within 4. Lily Stewart back to serve for Academy. Stewart from the right side comes up on the line, floats it over. Picked up there by Richmond. They'll set near side. Spiked across Mary. Blocked at the net. Richmond digs it up off the block. They'll bring it back over. Academy with a chance here. Sermon brings it back up on the line. They'll spike from the backside. Picked up by Stewart. Leon pushes it right back across, but they're going to call a lift. No, a double hit on Leon. Academy with the point. They pull within 3. 9 serving 12 now the score. Lily Stewart with the serve. Picked up there by Honeycutt. Set goes back to Honeycutt. She'll spike it across. Partially blocked. Academy trying to dig it out. They can't save it. Honeycutt with the kill. Leon gets the point. Pulls back up by 4. 13 serving 9 now in game 1. Another score from earlier. Iola defeating Cayuga in game 1, 25-22. Sarah Grace Mary with the serve for Leon. Picked up there by Halsey. They'll bring it back up top. They set White. She'll spike it across. Partially blocked. Rivera brings it back up top. A set far side. Honeycutt spiked down. It's in. Katie Honeycutt with another kill for Leon. Lady Cougars go back up by 5, 14 serving 9 here in game one. Mary ready to serve again for Lady Cougars from the near side. Carries it to the back line. Picked up once again by Halsey. They'll set again to White. She'll dink it across. Leon blocks it. They'll bring it back over. They'll push it back across. Academy does it too. Leon brings it right back over and down. Academy tried to sneak it across in two, and the Lady Cougars just tipped it right back across the net. And they get the point. 15 serving 9. Lady Cougars up by 6 now here in game one. Sarah Grace Mary waiting on the captain for Academy, going over to talk with the head referee. And didn't see exactly what might have happened. They may have thought that Leon may have had a double hit there. Referee doesn't agree. Leon keeps the point. 15 serving 9 as Mary serves it over. Halsey brings it back up top. They'll set White again. She'll spike it. Blocked at the net by Leon back on the Academy side. They'll bring it back up, and a double hit will be called on Sermon as that one come off the side of her hand. And a timeout called by Academy. 16 serving 9 the score. Leon leads it by 7. We'll take a 1-minute break. Be back with more Lady Cougar volleyball here on KIVY after this. Welcome back to Franklin High School. Here at Lion Gym. Leon Lady Cougars ahead here in game one. 16-9 as we come back from Academy's first timeout. Leon still serving. Mary back to serve for the Lady Cougars. Mary's serve comes over. Halsey brings it back up on the line. They'll set backside. Spiked across there by Jeter. Leon picks it up. Robinson, far side. Honeycutt spikes it across. It's down. Honeycutt with another kill. Leon goes up by 8. 17 serving 9 here in game one. Mary with the serve. Picked up by Stewart. Back up the line. Leon, as it floats across, Richmond shoves it right back down. Lady Cougars up 9 now. 18-9 here in game one. Sarah Grace Mary with the serve. A soft one floats over. Stewart up top. They'll set backside. White struggles to get it over, but they do. Leon picks it up. They'll set Honeycutt far side. Thinks this one over. Picked up by White here. They'll push it back up to the top line. And a free ball coming across for Leon. Honeycutt back up top. Robinson sets back to Honeycutt. Spiked across. It's in. Partially blocked there, but picked up. Halsey got a hand on it, but couldn't bring it back up top. 19-9 now here in game one. Mary's serve. Picked up by Stewart on top of the line. A miss hit there by Sermon. She's called for the double hit. (20) serving 9. Mary's serve comes across. Stewart brings it back up. They'll set near side to White. She'll push it to the back line. Rivera brings it back up top. They'll set far side Honeycutt, but they're going to call a double hit on the set by Robinson. And Academy finally breaks serve. Micah Jeter with the serve for Academy. Picked up by Mary. They'll bring it back up top. They'll set near side. Purvis spikes it across, partially blocked. Academy picks it up back on the net. It goes, and they can't bring it out of the net. So Leon with the point, and they get it right back. 21 serving 10. Now your score. Sarah Raines back to serve for the Lady Cougars. Carries it over. Halsey brings it back up. They'll set far side, push to the back line, and Halsey, or Raines, can't quite get there. Dove for it, but got a hand on it. Couldn't bring it back up. Academy will get the point. 11 serving 21 to score. Leon leads it by 10. Kinley Phillips serving for Academy. Phillips serve floats to the back line. Brought up by Mary. Over to Robinson. They'll set Rivera, but they're going to go a double hit on the set by Robinson. Academy with the point. They'll pull back within 9 now. Phillips, a hard serve, goes into the net. Service error will break serve. Leon up by 10, 22-12 here in game one. Honeycutt with the serve. Picked up there by Phillips. Up top to Sermon. They'll set backside, and it goes into the net as they try to carry it across. Leon with the point, 23 serving 12 now. Honeycutt serve. Comes over. They pick it up on the front line. White does. Set goes back to White. She'll spike it across. Mary brings it back up top. Honeycutt sets backside. Spiked across there by, that was Davidson. And Davidson with the kill for Leon. Davidson with a new number here in tonight's game. She's usually 14, but in these jerseys, she's wearing number 9. So we'll try to work on that. Honeycutt serve. 24-12. Game point, and it's an ace. Leon wins game one, 25-12. So Leon takes an early 1-0 lead. And we will take a 2-minute break this time. Here a word from some of our sponsors. Be back with more Leon Lady Cougar volleyball here on KIVY 92.7 FM after these messages. Welcome back to Franklin High School here at Lion Gym. Getting ready for game 2 between the Leon Lady Cougars and the Academy Lady Bees. Leon with a 1-0 lead after winning game 1, 25-12. Just have another final coming in as North Solch has defeated Centerville in 3 games. 25-21, 27-25, and 25-21 from what they're sending us. Waiting on Rusty Shaw to confirm that. But if that's the case, North Solch will be moving on to the regional tournament in Longview Friday. So we get ready for game 2 here. Teams swap sides of the floor. And Leon will begin serving here in game 2. Jordan Richmond will be going back to begin the serving. Jordan Robinson, not Richmond. That's Caroline Richmond, but Jordan Robinson will begin serving for the Lady Cougars. Kyla Holsey, the libero for Academy, checking in. Robinson has the referee's whistle, and we are underway here in game 2. First serve carries to the back line. White brings it back up top. They'll set over. Free ball coming across. Phillips pushes the back line for Centerville, or for Academy. Spiked across by Mary, and Academy picks it up. White will bring it back across. Picked up by Rivera on the back line. They'll set near side. Honeycutt spikes it across court, or across down the line. It's in. Honeycutt, instead of going cross court, went down the line with that one and found the empty spot. One serving none here in game 2. Robinson serve. Miss hit there by Phillips. Academy free ball coming across as White pushes it back over. Rivera back up top. Robinson says near side. Honeycutt spikes it across. It's in. Honeycutt with another kill for the Lady Cougars as they lead at 2-0 here in game 2. Jordan Robinson ready to go again. Carries it to the back line. Holsey brings it back up top to Sermon. They'll set near side. Spike the cross by Stewart, and it's down. Stewart found a hole in the back line there. And Academy breaks serve. 1 serving 2 now the score. Lily Stewart now serving for the Lady Bees. Stewart from the near side. The running jump serve. Floats across. Honeycutt picks it up. They'll set backside. Mary spikes it down the line. It is out of bounds. Academy ties it up at 2. Iola has one in 3. Also, Stewart's serve picked up by Richmond. They'll set near side. Honeycutt blocked at the net by Academy. Leon picks it up off the block. They'll struggle to bring it across, but they do, but it hit out of bounds. Tried to go cross court there and hit a little too hard. Academy takes their first lead. 3 serving 2 now the score. Lily Stewart on the serve. Picked up by Honeycutt. They'll set backside. Mary spikes it. Blocked at the net. Rivera picks it up off the block for Leon. Goes back up to the line. They'll set Honeycutt. She'll spike it across. That one hits the line on the far side. Lady Cougars tied up at 3 apiece. Sarah Grace Mary back to serve now for Leon. Mary from the middle of the floor. The running jump serve comes across. Halsey brings it back up top. Sermon sets far side. Spiked across. Leon partially blocks it but can't dig it out off the block. White gets the kill for Academy. Lady B's up 4, serving 3 now. Micah Jeter serving for Academy. Her serve comes over. Rivera brings it back up top to Robinson. They'll set near side. Spiked over there by Richmond. Dug out. Pushed it back across. No, they're going to say it hit the floor. And Academy will get the point. 5 serving 3. Lady Bees have their biggest lead of the match so far. Serve across by Jeter. Rivera brings it back up. They'll set near side. Honeycutt spikes it cross court. Dug out by Stewart. Academy with a chance here. They'll set near side. White dinks it across. Picked up by Honeycutt. Back up top. Robinson sets near side. Back to Honeycutt. Spikes it down the line. It's out of bounds. Academy up 6-3 here in game 2. Jeter for the Lady Bees. Serves it over. Richmond brings it back up top to Robinson. They'll set Honeycutt. She'll spike it across. Dug out by Phillips. Sets backside to Stewart. She'll dink it over, but Leon stuffs it right back over. And the Lady Cougars break serve. 4 serving 6. Leon down by 2 here in game 2. They lead at 1-0. Raylan Tice ready to go for Leon here. Walks a couple of steps up. Brings it across. Stewart brings it back. Pushes it back to the back line. Leon back up top. Robinson back to the middle. Rivera pushes it to the back line. Stewart back up top now. Sermon. They'll set near side White. Blocked at the net by Leon. Pushes it back over on the Academy side. They dig it out. Spiked across by Stewart. Leon picks it up again. They'll set near side. Honeycutt dinks it across. Hit by Sermon. And they're going to call a lift. No, a double hit on Academy. Leon with the point. 5 serving 6 here in game 2. Raylan Tice, the libero for Leon. Her serve carries far side. It goes out of bounds. Academy with the point. They go back up by 2. 7 serving 5. And Kinley Phillips now serving for the Lady Bees. Phillips from the near side. Carries it over. And Leon brings it right back across. Sermon sets middle. White thinks it over. It is on the line. And Academy with a point. They go up 8-5. Phillips has the whistle. Comes up on the line with the serve. Brings it to the back line. Richmond brings it back up to Honeycutt. They'll set Rivera near side. She'll spike it across. Dug out nicely there by Phillips. Back over far side. White spikes it across. Trying to dig it out is Tice, and they can't bring it back over as it goes into the net. And Leon will take their first timeout. 9 serving 5 here in game 2. Let's take a 30-second break. Be back with more Leon Lady Cougar of volleyball here on 92.7 FM right after this. Welcome back to Lion Gym here in Franklin, and our first serve from Phillips goes into the net. Timeout works for Leon as they break serve. 6 serving 9 here in game 2. Leon with a 1-0 lead overall. Honeycutt with the serve. Academy picks it up. They'll set White near side. She'll dink this one across. Nice dig out by Mary, but they can't bring it up high enough for a second hit. And Academy gets it right back. They get the point. 10 serving 6 now the score. Kennedy White back to serve for Academy. Her serve carries over. Rivera back up top. Honeycutt backside set. Spiked across. Richmond blocked at the net by Academy. Comes right back over. And the Lady Bees with the point. They go up 11-6 here in game 2. White with the serve. Leon brings it back. Honeycutt, and they're going to call a lift on Honeycutt. 12 serving 6 now. White serve Nice one. Rivera digs it out. They'll go backside, spiked across by Mary. Picked up there by Stewart. They'll set back to Mary, far side, spiked over, and Stewart with the kill. Boy, Academy on a run here, and Leon's going to take another timeout. 13-6 the score. Academy leads it here in game 2 by 7. Let's take a 1-minute break. Be back with more Lady Cougar volleyball here on KIBY after this. Welcome back to Lion Gym here in Franklin. 13-6 is your score here in game 2. Academy with the lead. Serve here, picked up by Rivera for Leon. They'll set backside, spiked across by Mary. Stewart brings it back up for Academy. They'll set back to her. She'll spike it across. Dug out nicely there by Mary. Back up on top. Rivera will spike it into the net. And the Academy gets the point. Survey here by Stewart. Rivera brings it back. They'll push it back over on 2. And it goes down. Robinson. Good eyes there. Push it over on 2, and Academy wasn't ready for it. Leon finally breaks serve. 7-14 now the score. Caroline Richmond back to serve for the Lady Cougars. Her serve comes across, picked up by White. They'll set backside. Halsey brings it back over. Free ball here for Leon. Tice brings it back up top. Honeycutt sets middle. They'll dink it across. Picked up there by Sermon. Back over to Halsey. They'll spike it across. White does. Partially blocked by Leon. Comes back across. They'll spike it into the net. Academy does. And Leon will get the point. 8 serving 14 now. Richmond on the serve for Leon. Goes into the net. Academy with the point. They go up 15-8. Leon won game 1 25-12. Down here in game 2. 15-8. Fawcett with the serve. Picked up by Richmond. They'll sit near side. Mary spikes it across off the block and in. Sarah Grace Mary with the kill. Leon pulls back within 6. 9 serving 15 now the score. Rosemary Rivera goes back to serve. Rivera from the near side. The running jump serve. Brings it over. Picked up by White. Over to Sermon. They'll set backside. Stewart blocked at the net. Leon can't pick it up off the block though. And Academy will have the point. 16-9 is your score. Sermon with the serve for Leon. They let it go. It's out of bounds. Katie Sermon a little too hard on the serve. Leon back within 6. 10 serving 16 your score. Jordan Robinson now serving for the Lady Cougars. Robinson from the middle carries it over. Picked up there by Phillips. So we'll go into the net. Can't bring it back over. Leon with the point. 11 serving 16 now. Lady Cougars within 5. Robinson's serve. Picked up by White. They'll set backside. Spike it across. And mishit by Robinson. Kind of went through her hands there. Academy back up by 6. 17 serving 11 the score. Lily Stewart will go back to serve for the Lady Bees. Stewart from the near corner. Carries it over. Picked up by Honeycutt. They'll set backside. Dinked across by Mary. Academy struggling to pick it up. And a free ball coming across for Leon. Richmond brings it back up on the line. They'll set near side. Honeycutt spikes it across to the back line. Academy can't pick it up. And Leon will get the point. You know, that first time over on North Results on the Academy side, I thought they hit it 4 times, but nobody picked it up. Mary with the serve. Brought back up on the net. They'll dig it out of the net. Pushed across by Stewart, but they're going to call a double hit on Academy. So Leon with the point. 14 serving 17 now. Or 13-17. Leon back within 4. Mary's serve comes to the back line. Picked up there by Halsey. They'll dink it back over and it's down. White saw a little opportunity there. Just brought it right over the block. 18-13. Academy back up by 5. Micah Jeter now serving for the Lady Bees. Jeter's serve comes over. Mary brings it back up top to Robinson. They'll set backside to Mary. She'll spike it across the back row. It's down. Leon back within 4, 14-18 now. Braylon Tice with the serve for the Lady Cougars. Tice's serve carries to the back line. They let it go, and it's out of bounds, just barely. Tice on the service there gives Academy the point. They go back up by 5. 19 serving 14. Kinley Phillips with the serve for Academy. Carries it to the near side. Brought back up by Richmond. They'll set Rivera. Rivera spikes it to the back line. It is on the back line. Rivera with the kill. Well, a couple of Lady Bees back on that back line, just kind of stunned right now at the call. The referee right there in the corner, hit right in front of him. Leon with the point, 15-19. Lady Cougars within 4. Honeycutt serve goes into the net. Academy with the point. They go back up by 5. 20 serving 15 now the score. Kennedy White with the honors for Academy. Comes up on the line. Carries it over. Mary brings it back up. Honeycutt sets backside. Spiked across Richmond. Blocked at the net. Leon brings it right back over. Near side Sermon. They'll set far side. Stewart blocked at the net by Leon. Trying to pick it up. They bring it back up on the net. And it tips back over on the Leon side. And Academy has the point. A little back and forth there on the net. But Academy got the last word. 21-15 now. White serve. Picked up there by Richmond. They'll set back to Richmond. She'll spike it across. Partially blocked. Academy brings it back up on the net. Brings it across on 2. Picked up by Richmond. Over to Rivera. Backside. Mary brings it to the back line. Picked up there by Phillips. Up top Sermon. She'll set backside Stewart. She'll spike it across. Picked up nicely on the back line by Tice. Back up Rivera. She'll spike it. Blocked at the net by Academy. Leon digs it out. Back up top they go. Rivera tries again. Blocked at the net. Goes out of bounds off the block. And Leon has the point. 16-21. Lady Cougars within 5 once again. They lead at 1-0 overall. Richmond on the serve. Picked up by White. Up top, far side Stewart spikes it across. Nice dig out there by Richmond on the back line. They'll bring it across on 2. Stewart got a hand on it. White will push it back over. Free ball coming across. It goes off of Honeycutt's hands and out of bounds. Honeycutt kind of caught in the middle there. And an early jump. Just kind of mistimed her jump, went off her hands. And Academy has the point. 22 serving 16 here in game 2. Aubrey Fawcett will serve for the Lady Bees. Fawcett from the near side. Gets us good serve in. Leon struggling, but they get it back across. Stewart brings it back up top to Sermon. Sets middle, dinked across, and picked up by Richmond. They'll bring it back over on 2. Sermon sets again. Far side Stewart spikes it across. Dug out nicely by Leon. Back over on the near side. They get it into the net. Academy does. They can't bring it back up. And Leon breaks serve. 17-22 now. Lady Cougars back within 5 here in game 2. Rosemary Rivera on the back line. Comes up, carries it over. Picked up by Halsey. They'll set near side. Dinked across. Leon shoves it right back over. Allie Purvis along with Mary pushes it right back down the Academy side. Lady Cougars within 4. 18 serving 22. Rosemary Rivera, the running jump serve, carries to the back line. White brings it back up top to Sermon. They set backside to Stewart. She'll spike it across. It's in. 23 serving 18. Academy up by 5. Sermon on the serve for Academy. Floats it to the back line. They let it go. It's out of bounds. Lady Cougars back within 4. Jordan Robinson coming in to serve now for Leon. 19 serving 23. Robinson serve, carries across. A hard one. Miss hit there by Phillips, and they can't pick it up. Robinson with the ace. Leon back within 3. Looking for a little bit of that Lady Cougar magic here in game 2. Robinson on the serve. A soft one floats over. Stewart picks it up. They'll bring it back up top. White thinks across. Shoved right back down by him. Honeycutt. Academy trying to save it. They can't do it. And Leon gets the point. And Academy will take a timeout. 21-23 your score. Leon pulls within 2. Let's take a 1-minute break. Be back with more playoff volleyball here on KIVY right after this. Welcome back to Lions Gym here in Franklin. We get back to action. 21 serving 23 your score. Robinson serve picked up there by White. They'll bring it back up to Stewart. She'll spike it to the back line. Oh, it's hit by Richmond, and she can't bring it back up top. Academy with the point. Now it's game point. Richmond, that ball coming so fast, it probably would have been out of bounds, but coming so fast, she had to make a quick decision. Game point, 24-21 here in game 2. Stewart with the serve. Brought back up top. They'll set near side. Spiked across. Honeycutt blocked at the net, but it comes back down on the Academy side. And Leon has the point. 22-24. And Mary will serve for Leon. The running jump serve comes over. Picked up by Holsey. Back up top. They'll set far side. White. She'll dink it across. Picked up by Leon. And they'll have a chance here. They'll push it back across. Free ball for Academy. Holsey sets far side. They'll dink this one over. And it comes back over on the Leon side. Purvis with just a little touch. Pushes it back over on the net. Oh, wait a minute. They're going to say, are they saying that Leon was in the net? Hold on. The referees are going to come together and talk about this. Ball fell over on the Academy side, but the two referees are coming together to talk about it. Let's see who they award the point to. They're going to award the point to Leon. 23-24. And now Academy will go over and speak with the head referee. I want to welcome in those that were listening to the North Zulch Centerville game on KMVL, as we are simulcasting on 100.5 now as well. North Zulch winning that game in 3 over Centerville tonight. North Zulch and Cayuga, or North Zulch and Iola both advanced to the regional tournament. 23 serving 24 here. Leon with a 1-0 lead overall, but down here in game 2. Mary with the serve. Comes over, picked up by Stewart. They'll set far side. White thinks this one over. It's in. Oh, it's out of bounds. They called out of bounds. And Leon ties it up at 24. Oh, my goodness. 2 close calls in a row goes Leon's way. And now we are tied up at 24 here in game 2. Sarah Grace Mary with the serve. White brings it back up top. Stewart sets back to White. She'll spike it across. Picked up there by Mary. Up top Robinson. They'll set back to Honeycutt. Spikes it on the back line. It's out of bounds. And Academy will have the point. 25-24 now here in game 2. Micah Jeter goes back to serve for the Lady Bees. Jeter's serve carries over. Rivera brings it back up. Game point Academy. They'll set near side. Honeycutt blocked at the net, but it comes back over to Academy side. They'll bring it back up top. Stewart spikes it across. Honeycutt picks it up off the block. Goes into the rafters. Robinson back over to Rivera. She'll have to bring it back across, and she does. Stewart back up top. Backside set to White. Spikes it. Blocked at the net by Leon. Comes back over, and it's down. Lady Cougars tie it back up at 25. Raylyn Tice will go back to serve for the Leon Lady Cougars. This is just game 2, folks. 25-25 here in game 2. Tice on the serve, carries to the back line, long out of bounds. Just a little too much mustard. Academy goes back up, game point, 26-25. Kinley Phillips back to serve. Phillips from the near side. Carries it over. Honeycutt back up top. They'll set backside. Spiked across, and Academy digs it out. They'll set back to White. She'll spike it across. Picked up there by Robinson. Up top, Rivera sets Honeycutt near side. Spiked into the net. And Academy wins game 2, 27-25. Boy, a great one there, but Leon comes up just a little bit short, and now we are tied at 1 game apiece. Leon winning the first one 25-12. Academy storming back to win game 2 27-25. We'll take a 2-minute break. Come back with the start of game 2 here on KIVY and KMVL after this. Welcome back to Franklin, Texas. We are at Lions Gym. They're in the regional quarterfinal matchup in 3A, Region 3. We are tied up in 1 apiece. Leon Lady Cougars winning the first one 25-12. And Academy coming back to win the second one 27-25. One that Leon was behind by as much as, I believe, 7 there in game 2 and came back to tie it up. Went back and forth there for about 23 or 24 all. But Academy able to capitalize on a couple of errors. And tie it up at 1. Leon Lady Cougar team pretty young. One senior on the team. Not just starters, but one senior on the team. That's Katie Honeycutt. The rest of the starters are sophomores and a freshman. Caroline Richmond, a sophomore. Raylyn Tice, a sophomore. Allie Purvis, a freshman. Sarah Grace Mary, a sophomore. Rosemary Rivera, a sophomore. And Jordan Robinson, a freshman. We get ready for game 3 here. Referee checking all the numbers, making sure everything's right. Academy will begin serving here in game 3. And Lily Stewart will begin. Stewart's first serve comes over. Picked up there by Richmond. They'll set near side. Mary spikes it across. Off the partial block. Academy trying to save it. They'll bring it back to the center, and they'll push it back across. Rivera back up top on the Leon side to Robinson. Sets far side. Honeycutt spikes it to the back line. It's on the back line and in. Leon with the first point. And Sarah Grace Mary back to serve for the Lady Cougars. Her first serve comes to the back line. They let it go. It's out of bounds. Academy ties it up at 1. Micah Jeter now serving for Academy from the near side. Comes across. Mary back up top to Robinson. They'll set far side. Spike across Richmond. They let it go. It's long. Academy with the point. 2 serving 1. Now the score. Academy with the early lead. Jeter on the serve. Picked up by Mary. Up top to Robinson. They'll set far side. Richmond dinks this one over. Picked up there by Sermon. Back to the middle. Near side now. Spiked across. Brought back up top by Rivera for Leon. They'll set back to Rivera. She'll spike it to the backside. Picked up there by Bono back on the Leon side. And boy, Katie Honeycutt as it floated across. A little happy birthday there. Honeycutt knows what to do with those. Just buried it on the other side of the net. 2 serving 2 now. Raylyn Tice serving for the Lady Cougars. Tice from the middle. Floats it over. White picks it up. They'll set near side to Stewart. She'll spike it on the far side, and it goes in. Lady Cougars might have been out of position there just a little bit. Stewart found the far corner over there. Nobody home. Academy goes back up. 3 serving 2 now. Kenley Phillips on the serve for the Lady Bees. Picked up by Mary. They'll set near side. Honeycutt spikes it to the backside. Right there to pick it up is Phillips. They'll bring it back up top. White spikes it over. Dug out by Robinson. Up top to Honeycutt. Near side. Spiked across. That one is out of bounds. A little too hard on the kill. Academy up 4-2 here in game 3. Series tied up 1 apiece. Kenley Phillips on the serve for Academy. He brings it too far out of bounds. Leon back within 1. 3 serving 4. The score, Robinson comes out as the libero Raylyn Tice checks back in. Served by Honeycutt. Picked up by White. They'll set near side. Fawcett spikes it across. Brought back up by Tice. They'll set near side or far side. Rivera spikes it to the back line. It's in. Rivera went cross court on the back line. Found the hole. Leon ties it up at 4. Katie Honeycutt back to serve for the Lady Cougars. A good serve, aces it in front of the diving Lily Stewart. Got a hand on it but couldn't bring it up. 5 serving 4. Leon with the lead here in game 3. Honeycutt on the serve. She goes this one to the back line and aces another one in. Halsey let that one go. She ducked down and floated right over her head and hit the back line. 6 serving 4 now. Lady Cougars by 2. Honeycutt, the running jump serve. Picked up by White. Back up on the line. Goes into the net. And Honeycutt has had 3 aces in a row now. 7 serving 4. Honeycutt serve. Picked up by Halsey. Back up on the line. They'll sit far side. Spike the cross. Honeycutt brings it back up top. Richmond back to the middle. Brings it over. Picked up there by Fawcett. They'll set near side. Back to Fawcett. Spike the cross. Partially blocked. Honeycutt digs it out off the block. Instead goes back to her. She'll spike it across. Dug out there on the far side by Phillips. They'll push it back across. Tice brings it back up top. Rivera will spike it across. Picked up there by White. Over to Phillips. They'll bring it back over. And this one will not clear the net. Leon with the point. 8 serving 4 here in game 3. Katie Honeycutt on the serve. Halsey brings it back up on the line. Sermon sets, far side spike, block. It is down on the Leon side. And Academy will get the point. 5 serving 8. Match tied up at 1 game apiece. Kennedy White back to serve for Academy now. Running jump serve, carries to the back line. Rivera brings it back up top. Honeycutt, backside set. Richmond spikes it, blocked at the net. Richmond digs it out the block. Saved by Honeycutt. And a free ball coming across for Academy here. Phillips brings it back up top to Sermon. Middle set, spiked across, blocked at the net by Richmond, but they can't pick it up off the block. And Academy has the point. 6 serving 8 the score. Back within 2. White on the serve. Rivera back up top. Honeycutt brings it across on 2. And Academy saves it. They'll push it back over. Free ball coming to the back line. Honeycutt back up top. Set goes back to her. She'll spike it across to the back line. It's on the back line and in. Honeycutt with another kill. 9 serving 6. Leon back up by 3. Caroline Richmond to serve now for the Lady Cougars. Richmond from the middle. Floats this off one over. Picked up by Phillips. They'll bring it back up to White. She'll bring it across. Honeycutt back up top. They'll set goes back to her. She'll hit it long. It's out of bounds. Academy has the point. 7 serving 9 now the score. Lady Cougars up by 2. Aubrey Fawcett on the serve for Academy. Fawcett's serve carries to the back line. Up to Richmond, the Rivera. They'll set far side. Mary spikes it across. Picked up nicely there by Fawcett. And Academy brings it back over. Free ball here. Richmond back up top. Honeycutt sets near side. Spiked across by Purvis. Academy brings it back up on the net. And Mary knocks it right back down on the Academy side. That one floated just a little too far. Leon with the point. They go back up by 3. 10-7 now your score. Rosemary Rivera will serve for the Lady Cougars. Rivera carries over. White brings it back up on the net. Spike straight down. Once again by Mary. White just a little too much on that one and floated back on top of the net. That's 2 in a row for Mary. 11-7 now. Lady Cougars up by 4. Rivera, the running jump serve. White back up on the net. Backside set. Stewart spikes it across. Dug out nicely by Honeycutt. They'll bring it back to her. Honeycutt spikes it across to the back line. Academy picks it back up. Stewart will spike it across. Picked up nicely by Richmond on the dig. Sets far side. Spiked across. Purvis dug out nicely by White on the back line on the Academy side. White will spike it back across. Rivera brings it back up top. Honeycutt sets far side. Purvis pushes it across. Academy brings it back up. Sermon near side. Stewart spikes straight down. Lily Stewart with the kill for Academy after the long volley. Lady Bees pull within 3. 8 serving 11. Katie Sermon back to serve for Academy. Floats it to the back line. They let it go. It's out of bounds. Good call there by Rivera and Richmond on the back line to let that one go at the last second. Just a few inches out. Leon with a point. They go back up 12-8. Jordan Robinson on the serve. They let this one go, and it's out of bounds. Right back to Academy. Lady Bees back within 3. 9 serving 12 now. And Lily Stewart will serve. Stewart's serve comes over. Honeycutt back up top to Robinson. Back to Honeycutt far side. Spikes it straight down. Well, when they said Honeycutt like that, there's almost no stopping her. 13-9 here in game 3. Match tied up 1 game apiece. Sarah Grace Mary will serve for Leon. Carries it across. Picked up Sermon. Near side set. Dinked across by White. Leon picks it up. Honeycutt brings it back over. Academy says far side. They'll try to push it back across. Comes up on the net. Saved by Honeycutt. Spiked across by Mary. And they're going to call a lift. Back row attack was the call on Leon. 10 serving 13. Jeter across. Rivera picks it up for Leon. They'll set far side. Richmond spikes it across. It's on the back line. Caroline Richmond with the kill for Leon. Lady Cougars both go back up within 4, or back up by 4. 14-10 now. Raylyn Tice into serve for the Lady Cougars. Tice's serve carries over. Halsey picks it up. They'll set near side. Spiked across. Leon partially blocked, but can't pick it up off the block. Back row there, just a little bit late getting to it. And Academy back within 3. 11 serving 14 now. Kinley Phillips on the serve for Academy. Picked up by Richmond. Back up on the net. They'll set back to Honeycutt. She'll push it to the back line. Halsey brings it back up top. They'll set near side to White. She'll spike it across. Dug out by Honeycutt. Over to Mary. Back to Honeycutt. She'll spike it. Partially blocked by Academy. And they'll pick it up. Back up on top. Stewart will push it to the back line. Over to Mary. Near side, or far side. Honeycutt spikes it across court. Dug out nicely by Stewart. Up top, Sermon sets near side. White spikes it off the block of Leon. It goes out of bounds. And Academy now back within 2. 12 serving 14 here in game 3. Kinley Phillips for the Lady Bees with the serve. Carries far side. Richmond over to Mary. Back to Rivera. She'll spike it across. Dug out there by Stewart. Over to Phillips. Back to Stewart. Spikes it across. Mary brings it back up top. Robinson, and they're going to call a violation on Academy. No, on Leon. And Academy will have the point. 13 serving 14 now. Academy back within 1. Phillips on the serve. They hit. Mary has it go off of her hands and out of bounds. Might have should have let that one go. Just came in pretty hot. Mary tried to bring it back up and just mishit it. And Academy ties it up at 14. So 14 all here in game 3. Phillips on the serve. Hits the top of the net. Comes over. Richmond brings it back up. Rivera spikes it across. Off of Bolin and out of bounds. Leon with the point. They go back up by 1. 15-14 now your score. Katie Honeycutt with the serve. Carries over. Halsey up top. They'll go back to Phillips. She'll push it across. Mary over to Honeycutt. Far side Rivera. Spikes it cross court. Brought back up by Stewart. Near side White. She'll spike it across. Mary brings it back up to Honeycutt once again. They'll set Rivera again. Far side spike. Blocked at the net. Dug out by Leon. Honeycutt over to Purvis. They'll bring it across. Picked up by Academy. Stewart spikes it across. Off the block, or was it off the net? It's going to be off the net and out of bounds. Leon will get the point. 16-14 now the score. Lady Cougars up by 2. Honeycutt serve. Brought back up by White. The set goes back to White. Blocked at the net by Richmond. Academy picks it up off the block. And they're going to call an official timeout. There's something on the floor there on the Academy side. They're going to make them reserve the point. It's like a bow or maybe a ponytail or something might have hit the floor. Referee saw it and called an official timeout, and they'll reserve here. Katie Honeycutt going back, 16-14 the score. And here we go again. Honeycutt serves. Halsey brings it back up on the net and miss hit there by Fawcett. It doesn't go over. Leon with the point, 17-14. Honeycutt on the serve. A good one. White digs it out. Back up on the net. I'll set it back to White. Spiked across. Partially blocked. Leon picks it up. Brings it back over. Halsey brings it back up on the line. They'll set White again. She'll spike it across. And Leon can't dig it out. Academy has the point on the kill by Kennedy White. 15-17. Academy back within 2 here in game 3. Once again, match tied up in 1 game apiece. Kennedy White on the serve. Carries it to the back line. They let it go. It's out of bounds. 18-15. Leon back up by 3. Caroline Richmond back to serve for the Lady Cougars. Richmond comes up on the line, floats a soft one over. Halsey brings it back up top. They'll set near side Stewart. She'll spike it across, partially blocked, but it goes out of bounds off the hands of Davidson. Academy has the point. They get back within 2. 16 serving 18 now. Aubrey Fawcett will serve for the Lady Bees. Fawcett serve carries over. Mary up top to Honeycutt. They'll set back to Mary, far side. She'll spike it off the hands of Phillips and out of bounds. Leon back up by 3. 19 serving 16 here in game 3. Rosemary Rivera will go back to serve for the Lady Cougars. Rivera from the middle. The running jump serve picked up by White. Over to Phillips. She'll bring it to the back line. Rivera brings it back up top. Honeycutt sets far side. Spiked across by Purvis, and it's on the line. Went cross court and got it to go down. Allie Purvis with the kill for Leon. 20 serving 16 now the score. Rivera ready to go. Leon by 4 here. Rivera serve goes far side, and it is on the line on the far side. Aces it in. Academy let that one go. They thought it was going to be clearly out of bounds. 21-16 now. Leon by 5 here in game 3. Rivera comes up, carries it over. White brings it back up to Sermon. They'll set backside, spiked across Stewart. Leon blocks it, but it goes out of bounds. Academy has the point. They get back within 4. 17 serving 21 now. Katie Sermon serving for Academy. Carries it across. They let it go. It's out of bounds. Just barely out of bounds. Another good call on the back line by the Lady Cougars. And Academy wants a timeout. 22 serving 17 your score. Academy takes a timeout. We will take a 1-minute break. Be back with more Lady Cougar volleyball here on KIVY and KMVL after this. Welcome back to Franklin, Texas here at Lion Gym. 22-17 your score here in game 3. We're all tied up at 1 game apiece. Leon Lady Cougars with the serve. They carry it across. Picked up there by White. She'll push it back to the back line. Rivera brings it back up top. Robinson sets far side. Honeycutt spikes it across. Dug out nicely by White. Academy with the save. Stewart spikes it across. Picked up there on the back line by Richmond. They'll bring it back to Honeycutt. Spikes it again. Dug out by White, but they can't bring it back up on the net. And Leon will have the point. 23 serving 17 now your score. Lady Cougars go up by 6 here in game 3. Robinson with the serve. Academy struggles, but they bring it back across. Free ball here. Rivera up top. Robinson, they'll set far side. Honeycutt spikes it across, partially blocked, and Academy can't bring it up off the block. And now game point Leon, 24-17. Jordan Robinson ready to go. Carries it over. White mishits it. Phillips trying to bring it back up, and Halsey brings it back across. Rivera back up top. Robinson, quick set. Mary spikes it, partially blocked by Academy over on the Leon side. Back up on the net. They push it back over. Academy has a chance here. Halsey back up top. White will push it to the back line. Rivera saves it. Back up top to Robinson. They'll set far side. Honeycutt spikes it across. They let it go and hits the back line. And Leon wins game 3, 25-17. Just a little indecision there on the back line by Academy. They thought it might have been just a little bit long. They weren't sure. They went down for it, and at the last second let it go, and it hit the back line. Leon wins game 3, 25-17, and they take a 2-1 lead here in this match. We will take a 2-minute break. Hear a word from some of our sponsors. Be back with more playoff volleyball here on KIVY and KMVL after these messages. Welcome back to Lions Gym here in Franklin, Texas. Leon Lady Cougars playing the Academy Lady Bees. Right now, Leon leads it 2-1 in this best 3 out of 5. Lady Cougars winning game 1, 25-12. Dropping game 2, 27-25. Winning game 3, 25-17. Now, we're posting all of our scores on Facebook and Twitter tonight. If you're on Facebook, those scores are being posted to Sports in the Doghouse. You can go there and see them all, as well as the other games that are going on tonight. If you're on Twitter, check out at @Doghouse_sports, posting those same scores there. So a couple of ways you can keep up with the game. You can also stream along tonight at KIVY.com. Go there and click on the link. Also, KIVYFM.caster.fm, along with KMVLFM.caster.fm. We're simulcasting on our sister station in Madisonville, 100.5 FM tonight. That game they had earlier tonight with Centerville and North Zulch. North Zulch advancing in 3 games over Centerville. So North Zulch moving on to the regional tournament over in Longview, as well as Iola. They defeat Academy tonight in 3. So 2 teams out of the same district. Centerville was also in that district. But 2 teams out of that district moving on to the regional tournament in Longview. Longview hosting once again this year the 2A and 3A Region 3 tournament. Leon trying to get there in 3A. Just 1 game away from moving on, as they lead it 2-1 overall. Leon will begin serving here in game 4. Lady Cougars, if they can win game 4, will face either Central Heights or Brazos in the regional semifinals. Other half of that bracket is Maypearl West and East Bernard and Hardin. Top half of Region 3. Several good teams going to be in Longview Friday and Saturday, playing on a chance to go to state. So once again, Lady Cougars will begin serving here in game 4, and Jordan Robinson will begin for Leon. Jordan Robinson's first serve carries over. Phillips brings it back up to the near side. They'll set to Stewart. She'll push it back across. Richmond up top, sets middle, spiked across by Honeycutt, and it's in. And Leon takes an early 1-0 lead. Jordan Robinson on the serve. Phillips once again up top. Sermon. They'll set back to Phillips. She'll spike to the back line. They let it go. It's out of bounds. And Leon up 2-0 here in game 4. Robinson on the serve. Phillips up top to Sermon. They'll set backside. Stewart spikes it across. It's in off the block of Honeycutt and Mary. She got the fall. So Academy breaks serve. 1 serving 2 now the score. Lily Stewart back to serve for Lady Bees. Her serve carries over. Picked up by Mary. They'll set far side. Rivera pushes to the back line. Stewart brings it back up top. They'll set over to Phillips. She'll push it across. Picked up there by Richmond. Up top to Robinson. They'll set near side. Honeycutt spikes it across. Dug out by Stewart. Goes into the net. Can't bring it across. And Leon gets the point. 3 serving 1. Sarah Grace Mary back to serve for the Lady Cougars. Mary carries it over. Jeter brings it back up top. They'll set White far side. Spiked into the net. We're going to say it hit the pole. And Leon goes up 4-1 here in game 4. Mary has the whistle, comes up, carries it across. Picked up by Stewart once again. They'll set near side, Jeter, and they're going to say net on Jeter. And Leon goes up 5-1 here in game 4. They're up 2-1 overall. Mary's serve tips the top of the net, picked up by White. Near side, they'll push it back across. Phillips does. Leon picks it up. They'll set backside. Spiked across there by Bolin, and it goes out of bounds off the block on the Leon side. Lady Cougars up 6-1 here in game 4. Mary on the serve. This one goes into the net. 2 serving 6 now. Kyla Holsey back to serve for Academy. Holsey, the libero, comes up on the line. Floats a soft one over. Rivera brings it back up top. Mary sets near side, spiked across Richmond, and it is down. Oh, they said it went into the net. No, it was down. Leon gets a point. 7 serving 2. Raylyn Tice, libero for Leon, now serving. Tice brings it to the back line. Holsey brings it back up top. Sermon, far side, switched across by Stewart to the back line, brought back up by Tice. They'll sit near side, Honeycutt spikes it across. Dug out nicely by Holsey, back up top. White will spike it across. Picked up by Tice. Leon trying to save it. Honeycutt will bring it back across. Dug out or picked up by Holsey. They'll sit middle. White spikes it off the block and out of bounds. Off of Leon. Academy will have the point. 3 serving 7 now. Academy down 4 here in game 4. Kenley Phillips on the serve. Tips the top of the net and rolls across. Not much you can do with that. Academy back within 3. 4 serving 7. Phillips comes up on the line. Brings it over. Picked up by Richmond. Over to Robinson. They'll set Rivera. Spikes it across. Tips the top of the net. White picks it up. Up top to Sermon. They'll spike it across from the backside. They'll bring it right back over, and it's out of bounds as White had a little float, or Stewart had a little floater come across. No, it was White, and might have got a little excited there and just hit it just a little too hard, and it went out of bounds. Leon has the point, 8 serving 4. Honeycutt will serve. Brings it over, picked up there by Phillips. They'll set near side. White spikes it across, dug out by Richmond. Back up the net, they'll push it across on 2, and they're going to call a double hit on Leon. Academy with the point. Kennedy White back to serve. 5 serving 8 now. White serve carries over. Rivera brings it back up top to Honeycutt. She'll set near side. Back to Rivera. Spikes it across. Dug out nicely by White on the back corner. They'll set far side. Stewart spikes it across. It's in. Stewart went cross court with that one. Down the back corner. Academy back within 2. 6 serving 8 here in game 4. Leon leads it overall 2 games to 1. White on the serve. Picked up by Rivera, back up the line. Honeycutt sets middle, and Academy spikes it straight back down. That one floated up on the net, or they call a net on Academy. They called net on Academy. Called net on Lily Stewart. So Leon has the point. 9 serving 6. Caroline Richmond will serve now for the Lady Cougars. Richmond at the line, carries it over, and aces it in. Right in front of Kenley Phillips. 10 serving 6 to score. Richmond on the serve, carries to the far corner, missed hit there by Halsey, and Academy can't save it. Another ace by Richmond. 11 serving 6, and Academy's going to take a timeout. Leon leads it by 5 here in game 4. They lead 2 games to 1 overall. Let's take a 30-second break. Be back with more Lady Cougar volleyball after this. 11-6 to score here in game 4. The Leon Lady Cougars lead the Academy Lady Bees as we bring you back to Lions Gymnasium here in Franklin, Texas. Region 3 quarterfinal matchup here in 3A. Leon leads it 2 games to 1 overall. Trying to finish Academy off here in game 4. Coming back after the Academy timeout, Caroline Richmond. Still serving for Leon. Richmond carries it to the back line. White brings it back up top. Sermon over to Halsey. Free ball coming across for Leon. Goes too far, out of bounds. 12 serving 6. Lady Cougars up by 6 here in game 4 now. Richmond on the serve. Brings it to the back line. Halsey brings it back up top. Sermon sets far side. Stewart spikes it across. That one hits the back line. Big kill there by Lily Stewart. Brings Academy back within 5. 7 serving 12 now. Aubrey Fawcett back to serve for the Lady Bees. Fawcett from the near side, jumps up, brings it across. Richmond brings it back up top. They'll set backside Rivera. She'll dink this one over. Picked up nicely by Stewart. They'll set back to Stewart. Set a little too far, and they'll float it back across. Leon with a chance here. Backside set, spiked across, over. by Davison and down. Leon with the point, 13 serving 7 now the score. Rosemary Rivera back to serve for the Leon Lady Cougars. Rivera's serve carries near side. Miss hit there by Halsey, and they can't save it as it goes into the bench of Academy. 14-7 now. Rivera ready to go for Leon. Up by 7 here in game 4. Carries it toward the middle. Picked up there nicely by White. They'll sit near side. Stewart spikes it across. Partially blocked, and it goes down. Leon couldn't pick it up off the block. Academy with the point. They pull back within 6. 8 serving 14 now here in game 4. Katie Sermon with the serve for Academy. Goes into the net. Point Leon. 15 serving 8 now. Jordan Robinson checking in to serve as Cameron Davison comes out. Robinson from the middle carries it over. Picked up by Phillips. Back on the line. They'll back set to White. She'll spike it across. Richmond picks it back up. They'll set Honeycutt near side. Spike the cross off the block and down. Honeycutt with the kill. Leon up by 8. 16-8 now here in game 4. Robinson ready to go. Brings it over. Phillips hits the rafters and comes down so hard that Academy can't bring it back up. 17-8. Savannah Vansa will check in now for Phillips. Excuse me, that is Lori. Nope, that is Vansa. Served by Richmond. Picked up. Sermon says near side. Spiked across. Blocked at the net by Leon. Comes back over to Academy side. They pick it up. Now brings it back on the Leon side. Richmond brings it back up top. Honeycutt near side sets. Dinked across there by Mary. They'll bring it back across the Leon side, and it goes down. Academy with the point there. Give you some updated scores here in just a minute. Lily Stewart back to serve. She'll carry it over. Richmond brings it back up on the line. They'll set backside. Spiked across by Mary. Hits the corner and in. Leon back up. 18 serving 9 now the score. Mary with the serve for Leon. Carries near side. White brings it back up top. Sermon sets far side. Spiked across by White. Leon digs it out. Rivera brings it back up to Honeycutt. She'll push it over. Brought back up by Sermon. Over to Halsey. Spiked across from the backside by Stewart, and it goes long and out of bounds. Leon up 19-9 here in game 4 after winning the first one 25-12. Academy comes back and wins the second one 27-25. And Leon wins the third one 25-17. They're ahead here 19-9. Couple of other scores we'll pass along to you. North Zulch defeating Centerville in 3, 25-22, 27-25, and 25-21. Also Iola defeating Cayuga tonight in 3, 25-22, 25. Oh, that says 25-25. That can't be right. But the third game was 25-18. So Iola moving on, along with North Zulch out of Region 3 2A. We'll try to confirm that score in game 2 with Iola and Cayuga. We have a timeout now called by Academy. I want to thank Rusty Shaw for sending us in those scores. We'll get an updated score on that game 2 with Iola and Cayuga in just a minute. 19 serving 9 the score as Mary gets back to action. Her serve comes across. White will bring it back over, and they're going to call a double hit on Academy. Leon up 29, 22-9 here in game 4. Mary serve floats it to the back line. Brought back up by Halsey. They'll set near side, and they're going to call it out of bounds. Ball traveled a little too far, and White couldn't pick it up. 21 serving 9 now. Sarah Grace Mary on the serve comes near side, and it's out of bounds. Academy gets the point. 10 serving 21. Kyla Halsey will serve for Academy. Carries it over. Rivera brings it back up to Richmond. Sets near side. Spiked across and out of bounds. Academy with 2 in a row. 11 serving 21. They get back within 10. Leon leads it 2-1 here in game 4. Halsey on the serve. Floats it near side. Picked up by Richmond. They'll set Honeycutt. She'll spike it to the back or hit it to the back line. Sermon brings it back up top. They'll set far side. Phillips. She'll hit it to the back line. And Leon brings it back up. Rivera near side. Honeycutt spiked across. It's down. It's actually Caroline Richmond on the kill. Leon gets the point. Goes back up 11. 22 serving 11 your score. Raylyn Tice serving for the Lady Cougars. Tice comes up on the line, serves it to the back row. Halsey mishits it, and Academy brings it over, but they hit it too far, and it goes out of bounds. 23-11 here in game 4. Leon trying to finish it off. Raylyn Tice with the serve, a hard one. It goes to the back line. Halsey brings it back up top to Sermon. They'll set near side. White spikes it across, and Tice can't dig it out. White with the kill. Academy with the point. 12 serving 23 now here in game 4. Phillips serving for Academy. Carries it over. Leon brings it back up top. Spiked across by Honeycutt. Backed up by Halsey. They'll set far side to White. She'll spike it across. Picked up on the back row nicely by Tice. They'll set near side, and they're going to call a net violation on Leon. Academy gets another point. 13 serving 23. They're back within 10. Vansa on the serve. Honeycutt picks it up, and they're going to call a double hit on Leon. Academy back within 9 and 14 serving 23. Vansa on the serve. Honeycutt, or Mary brings it back up top. They'll set near side. Rivera spikes it across. Dug out by Halsey in the middle. They'll set far side to White. She'll spike it across. Picked up on the back row by Leon. They bring it back up. They can't bring it back over. And Academy has the point. 15 serving 23. Academy now within 8 here in game 4. Vansa on the serve. Goes into the net. And now it's game point, match point, Leon. That second game score with Iola and Cayuga was 27-25. Here we go. Honeycutt on the serve. Game point, match point. Brings it over. Academy can't bring it across. And that's game. Leon wins it. 25-15 in game 4. 3-1 overall. Lady Cougars advance to the regional tournament in Longview starting Friday. Representing the bottom half of the bracket will face off against either Central Heights or Brazos. Let's take a 2-minute break. Hear a final word from my sponsors. Be back on the wrap-up after this.
Yeah, this is my Mixcraft.